Hello world, it is your girl Young Starflower. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my first official YouTube channel and video. I have tried to record this several times today. I keep getting interrupted, but I have to get this done. As you can see by the title, the reason that I'm here is to, share my story about leaving the JW community. I've delayed this for such a long time now due to, life be lifing, and also, just not wanting to disappoint my loved ones. I left the religion, but I still love dearly members. I had a very close relationship with a lot of people, including my parents who are still active, and, two of my younger sisters. I have a stepmom in it, and cousins, broskies. Like, I really had some really amazing friendships. So I've just kind of delayed this process because I don't really want to offend anybody, but at the end of the day, what I realize is this is my life. I do know the truth, and it would be silly for me to withhold it and not share my story, especially if they are, ones like me thinking about leaving. And when I say like me, I mean, we all have a different journey and a different path. One similar, maybe similar to my journey, or my aura, to my flavor. You know what I'm saying? So, the ones that resonate with me, will fully understand. But I do appreciate anybody, listening, watching, giving your feedback in the comment section. I want to build a community. You leave one community and you are really like a lone wanderer in the world trying to figure out what is your place in it. So it's time for me to build, build a community. Hey, y'all, I'm party over here. Come on, join the family. You know what I'm saying? So boom, let's get started. I have some here. One of the main reasons why I woke up. This is like a if you know. So this is a Pioneer book, and you only get this book when you go to Pioneer School. Believe it or not, y'all, Pioneer School woke me up. Like, I have so many notes and stuff. Like, when I tell you I did the work, they gave us this book maybe 30 to 60 days before school started, from what I can remember, and I studied it thoroughly before school. Now, it's crazy because they actually tell you, oh, don't worry about studying the book. You're gonna learn a lot when you go to the school. Don't stress yourself about studying. Maybe read a few paragraphs in each chapter. But no, your girl went above and beyond, as I always do. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how I get down. Always been like that, even in school. I went above and beyond. And I'm just that one that's always been thirsty for knowledge. And making that step towards becoming a pioneer, that was a huge milestone, for me. Especially, I struggled being a JW. I had my flaws. I had my discipline I had to go through. So yeah, once I really hit that milestone, pioneer, I was so proud of myself, and I didn't want to do anything that will mess up my future in this organization and my relationship with Jehovah, because I had felt like I had disappointed him so many times in the past. So now I reached the point of, maturity. You know what I'm saying? I'm eating on them solid foods. Y'all know, them JWs know. Because when you're a baby, you're only sipping on the milk. You know what I'm saying? I was on a solid food. You know what I'm saying? So it was Pioneer School that woke me up. And not necessarily the information. When you go to Pioneer School, if you don't know, when you go to Pioneer School, it's 6 days, all day long. You wake up early, and I think it's over around 3 or 4 p.m. And you have instructors. One is the circuit overseer. One is going to be your circuit overseer, whoever is active that time. I think the circuit overseer be staying for 3 years for your congregation. So it'll be your current circuit overseer along with 2 other instructors, and they're likely pioneers. If they're not pioneers, they're elders or have been a pioneer in the past, or there may be a substitute circuit overseer. It could just be someone with some type of status and have done intense teaching normally. So they're there for you to ask questions about your research. That's the main thing. Or, you know, because they're going to go over the information in the book. So boom, we in Pioneer School. I'm doing my work. They give you assignments. You got to do talks and things like that. And like I said, I told you I'm an overachiever. So, you know, I'm raising my hand all the time, or excuse me, my Zoom hand. Because when I went to Pioneer School, it was on Zoom. It was during the pandemic. So I'm raising my Zoom hand, you know, really just trying to be active participant and really get the most out of my class. And there was, I don't know if it was in the book or how we got to this question, but there was a question that I had asked, or the circuit overseer answered. I can't remember how it transpired, but the question was, the watchtower, like, is the watchtower the wake, the insight book, like stuff like that, is that literature inspired by God? And so for me, I'm like, yes, absolutely. You know, because we're taught to live by these messages we receive in this literature. Especially, you know, y'all know, like, from our understanding or previous understanding, like, the governing body receives these messages directly from Jehovah. Like, that's what I thought. And so he, like, the circuit overseer at the time was like, it's not inspired of God. And I'm like, wait, hold on. And so I'm like, okay, well, I need to read that information. And so I asked him, where can I look up this information? And so I looked it up on the Watchtower Online Library. I don't remember the article, but if y'all want me to reference it, just to let me know in the comment section, and I will pin it for y'all so you can find it. But basically, yeah, I found the reference where it says, like, although this literature is not inspired of God, we are taught to follow it, yada, because of receiving food at the proper time from the faithful and discreet slave. I don't even know if they still use that anymore, or governing body. But basically, that the Bible is the only thing that's inspired of God. Like, basically saying that the only thing we can really, like, trust is from God is the Bible. Like, all the other literature are, like, what is it? They're to help you understand the Bible. So it's like subsequent information. It shouldn't be the meat. It shouldn't be the full meal of the information. It should be just like in addition to. You know, I really don't mind that, because it's like, okay, we have like books, we could go to the bookstore and stuff like that, and we trust the information if we resonate with it. But what I don't like is the fact that I can be disciplined by information in these books, or I can be taught, or anybody who's going to the congregation can be taught that what is in these watchtowers, especially like you study the watchtower every week, like, that's law. Like, you should be following this. You should be basing your conduct on this. You should be teaching your children this information. Like, they really don't tell you to teach from the Bible that often. Like, not when I was growing up. Like, they may do it now, or there may be certain, like, leaders in the organization that will say, like, oh, daily Bible reading, blah, right? But now they've changed the Bible so much where it's like you can, like, have the it's like the research Bible or something like that, where it's like now you can go look up information about what the scripture is about. Like, you're not able to come to terms what it means for you personally. Like, it's an outline that has to be followed according to their interpretation of what the Bible is saying, not yours. And so that's where it's like I really started to wake up, because I'm like, hold on, y'all, I've been a JW since birth. Like, I didn't come into this from the world. Like, I know it probably looked like that. You know, I told you I done been out there before, got in trouble. But I've been a JW since birth. And I mean JW where we studying, we doing the oral reviews, we doing the written reviews. Y'all, you remember, I'm the JW. I don't know if y'all remember the OGs, where back in the day we shutting down the Kingdom Hall, but it's quiet. You could drop a pen on the floor and hear it, and it's carpet. Okay, you can hear it because we're doing the written reviews. Everybody, Everybody quiet. You had to do your study. You had to bring all your books to the Kingdom Hall. You had to do all your stuff, answer them questions in the Kingdom Hall. And then you answer it after everybody doing their study. You know, we had the written review and then the oral reviews. I don't think they even do that anymore. You know, the Kingdom Ministries. Like, I'm OGJW. Okay. So it's like I fully relied on this information, not just the Bible. I fully relied on this information to live my life, on how to live my life, on how to be pleasing to God, pleasing to Jehovah, so that I can make it in the end. Nobody want to be murked off the earth, period. And if you know, all you want to be resurrected, that's what they tell you. Like, you could live forever. Who don't want to live forever? So I'm gonna follow what information. I'm gonna follow it. What information you got for me? I'm gonna follow it. All of that, you know. So that's what really like trim me out, because it's like I really been living my life all this time according to this subsequent information that's not inspired of God. You mean to tell me it's not inspired of God? Then who was inspired by? Who was inspiring this? Who's inspiring this? Questions that, you know, I need answers, you know? So at the end of the day, that's what helped me to start looking up apostate information. Because before that, girl, I ain't never do no research on no JW. Like, what? I wasn't trying to be struck down by lightning. Like, I really feared Jehovah. Like, feared. Anytime there was a thunderstorm, I was scared, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you. Even though he said he wasn't gonna make a, you know, flood 40 days, 40 nights no more, you know, because we got the rainbow. Listen, I was still scared. I'm not gonna hold you. I remember me and my cousin, too. We be in the house every time a thunderstorm. He over there shaking and this boy scared than me. Cause you ain't never know when judgment day was coming. You ain't know, you know? So, you know, listen, first things first, like, Holy Spirit, that's personal. You can receive that on your own. You don't need an organization for that, right? But I thought we needed the organization for that. And, you know, I've always been an avid Bible reader. So, like, when I started to really read the Bible for what it was and not for, like, not following, like, their literature with the Bible, I really, like, it opened my eyes up. Like, this is completely different information. Like, you'll come to a whole different conclusion when you read the Bible for what it is versus like reading the information that's telling you what it is. It'll open your eyes completely, you know. And then when I came across like looking up the JWs and stuff like that, and I seen people that I don't know, like, I'm not saying like I knew them, but like, you know how like sometimes you just feel like these are familiar faces I done seen before. It could just be the essence or the aura of the individuals. Like, I started looking up the EXJW channels and I felt like I knew some of them. Like, especially the ones that said they like served in Bethel and stuff like that. Like, I definitely been to Bethel several times. Like, especially the one like in Brooklyn before they moved it to like Patterson and Wallkill and Warwick or something like that. I've been to that one too. But I've been to the one in Brooklyn several times. And then, like, I don't live in New York right now, but I live in Virginia right now. But when I did live in New York, like, the Bethelites used to come serve in the congregations and stuff like that. And of course, like, on assemblies and stuff like that. I don't know if anybody's familiar with, like, the Stanley Theater and all of that. So it's like, I'm used to kind of seeing the Bethelites, and like, we used to get, like, be able to see the faithful and discreet slave class. We used to be able to see the government and body members, like, every so often. Like, they would just come, boom, surprise us with one talk at the Stanley Theater. Like, if y'all know, whoever know, like, comment section, please blast it. I need to know who's like the OGs and like remember the Stanley Theater and the light show and all of that stuff. And when we used to be able to like get like food, they used to serve food in the lunchroom and like breakfast and everything like that. Like, you didn't even have to bring your food if you didn't want to. But and the special talks used to be there too. So yeah, let me know, y'all. Let me know. I got a lot of like old school JW facts, like close to Bethel facts, you know what I'm saying? So the Bethelites used to actually come, like, stay in like visiting congregations and stuff like that and serve like as elders and stuff like that. So yeah, like, there was certain people that was like ex-Bethelites and stuff like that. I'm like, especially the old school, I'm like, you have a familiar face, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I've seen you before. So like, I feel like I could really trust what you're saying. Like, you're not just gonna talk bad on Jehovah's name. You're not just gonna talk bad on the congregations or on the religion if it wasn't some like facts to it, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So it just kind of opened my eyes. And then there was a bunch of other stuff that happened. So I'm probably gonna do like a part 2. I might need a part 3 too. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I have a lot of information. I just wanted to start it off on like what originally kind of like started waking me up, because I didn't leave right away. I was like mentally out, physically in. So I was still there for a little while after I found out this information. So if y'all want to know that journey, what that looked like, I do want to share that with y'all. So stay tuned for that, because it was a bunch of stuff that just started to transpire like once I woke up. But this is the beginning. Thank y'all. You know, if you made it to the end, thank you. If you made it to the end, you know, put a star in the comment section, y'all. Young Starflower, if you made it to the end, put a star in the comment section. That's how I know you made it through with me, and I appreciate y'all, and I thank you for listening. And, you know, come back and, you know, have some fun with Young Starflower. You know what I'm saying? Party over here, woo. Party over there, woo. I'ma holla.